Nothing like holding a program in one hand and a drink in the other, am I right? I'm reviewing this 2 to 4 player game, Mint Julep, playing best at 3 by Button Shy Games. To keep it simple, place bets on a horse that you think will win in 3 rounds. This is done by drafting and then eventually playing cards to manipulate the horses in the order that they're racing. A well-off cousin to what you'd see in maybe Hare and the Tortoise while you're playing cards to manipulate the race and who's winning and who's not. How to win. Score the most points by having your betting horse win and score points, obviously. This is considered a micro game, definitely pocket size. You can tell it's in a wallet. I mean, 18 cards in a wallet honestly can take anywhere. But because of that, I would suggest that the setting that you play this in is for a quick game with 2 or 3 friends. Maybe even something to consider if you're looking for a super quick cool down from a high tension game or a longer game. If you're running a racing theme only game night, then I don't see why you wouldn't want to have this on hand as a filler to maintain the theme of racing. The quick gameplay and lack of content makes this game semi-reluctant to pull out and play, but let's see how it goes. So Mint Julep is a wallet-sized game that comes with a rulebook, 5 racing horses, 12 bet or action cards, and a Mint Julep card. So to get started, go ahead and set out your horses in alphabetical order for your first race. Now what you're going to want to do is take the rest of the action bet cards and deal them out evenly. So we'll do a 3-player game here, meaning 1 card gets left out. What you're going to do is go ahead and look at your cards and get yourself set up with a betting card. Now this is required for the first round. So I'm going to go ahead and bet on You Got Me. I know he's in last place, but I have high hopes for him. Now this player has a couple options here. They could vote for Whiskey Princess, Alaskan Justice, or the 5th starter, right? So the 5th starter, You Got Me. And, of course, if you play different rounds and rotate the horses around, the 5th starter will be the 5th person playing. So, I mean, that's just how it works. So, all right, he's actually going to go for Alaskan Justice. I think he wants to go for someone who's in first place here. So he's going to go for Alaskan Justice. He wants to go for the person in first place here. This person also went for You Got Me, as similar to me. Now, how the game goes is the person who's betting on the frontmost horse is going to go first. So, he's going to play any leading horse. Now, since this is a group and Alaskan Justice is in front of this group, he's a leading horse. So he's going to go ahead and play this, and Alaskan Justice moves forward, as you see there. Now, something to keep in mind, let's say, his turn's next or my turn's next, and one of us play an Alaskan Justice card. He will not be able to move. We will not be able to play it because you cannot leave gaps in between groups, okay? So in this case, there's 2 groups, Maple Splendor leading one, Alaskan Justice leading the other. Now, we both voted on the same You Got Me, so who goes first? Since he went first for having the closest horse to the front, well, luckily, similar cards actually have rankings, okay? So he played the A ranking, he's going to go first. So he's going to look at his hand, and he's going to move any leading horse forward twice. Now, he can't move Alaskan Justice, obviously, but what he's going to do is move Maple Splendor up 1, and then up 2. So now there's 3 groups, with Newton's Apple leading one group, Alaskan Justice leading the other, and Maple Splendor leading the front group. So now I go, and you know what? I have a Mint Julep card, so I might as well go ahead and use it. What a Mint Julep does is allow you to use the special ability on the visible horses. Now keep in mind they do have 2 sides, so once you use the ability, go ahead and flip him over so he's not used again. So this says move a horse to the bottom of its group. So I'm going to go ahead and move Newton's Apple to the bottom of his group. I use that ability, I'm going to go ahead and flip him over. Now that's just going to keep repeating. So once everybody's depleted their hand of cards, what they're going to do is take that other card, shuffle up, and then redraw, right? Now here's something that's fun. I'm just going to be really quick about this. Now, the first round, you're required to put out a bet. However, let's say you want to change your bet. You're not too, I'm not too confident in You Got Me right now. I'm going to change him to Whiskey Princess because I think, actually, I'm going to change it to Maple Splendor because Maple Splendor's in front. So I'm going to play him out. However, because I'm playing a new card in a second round, I'm actually moving him to the second round position, which means I lose 1 point, okay? And then I'm pretty sure I discard that card since that was my betting card. Now I only have 2 cards left. And of course we keep going in this rotation. Now scoring, how scoring works. So one thing to keep in mind now that we're in scoring is that starting bonuses actually happen. So depending on the order that you have your horses, first place will have 0 points, the middle 2 will have 1 point, and fourth and fifth will have 2 points as a bonus point for their starting position. At the end of the game, which is the third round, players check the horses that they have bet on and add its starting position bonus with its final place score. So since we have the starting position, let's say that the game ended like this. Let's say it's a 2-player game. So we take that starting score and add it to the final score. Plus 3 points are finishing first place, minus 1 point since I changed him in round 2. While Maple Splendor, being that he is in round 3, will lose 2 points plus the 2 points for being in second place, which is going to put him at 0 points, but remember that he has the starting points of 1, so he's at 1. And that is how the game goes. What I don't like, I'm not going to lie, super frustrated with the rulebook. I feel the rulebook is extremely hard to learn. In fact, rulebooks are literally like the foundation to gaming, because if you can't understand a rulebook, you virtually cannot play the game. And after a lot of reading and, of course, doing some research online, I was able to make out how to play the game, hopefully. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. And I also feel, while the game is good, I feel it's more novelty than interesting. Its gameplay may take a couple tries to find its charm. But what I do like, well, it's a racing game. A quick micro racing game at that, with 18 cards and a nice little wallet. It's literally exactly 5 horses and 12 racing cards, and a collaboration of rules and regulations that are formed together to create a standard, unbroken card game. And the rules are understood, this game is fun. It's something that I can carry in my pocket, like I mentioned earlier, and bust out anytime I want, if that's something you're into. I mean, I definitely love racing games, so I had to get my hand on this game just to throw it into the mix. Its replay value is considerable. I personally find this game super charming because of what it is. When played correctly, with solid understanding of all the rules, the game is fun. I love the horse movement. I find it clever. I enjoy the multiple use cards and think this game did a great job doing so. Buy it. It's only $12 and it fits nicely in your pocket. So why not?